if everybody is ready, we can begin. Can everybody see the map and your tokens and everything?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right, Jolliman is played by Jason tonight, so if you have questions about that, he will be managing that character. So, when we last played last week, you guys had kind of did a big loop. You came, you started up where Kilgore had been speared, and explored through the little blue clear water off to the west. There was also that large mud pool in the pillared room you guys kind of went through. You found some doors, a set of doors, or not a set of doors, a door that was heavily, I don't want to say, it was barred, but you didn't know that until you messed with it. But the door had a lot of supports. Yeah, somebody's marking that on the map.
That's me.
Yeah. And on the, you guys kind of went west a little further, and south and north you saw muddy water north and south. Yeah. You went back north, back to where you guys had come in. You saw the door to the west. I don't think you guys went through the door. I think you opened it, you saw what it was, and you guys decided, okay, we're going to go back to where we came from and see if we can't find a different way to go. And I believe the direction you guys were wanting to go was down this way. So I don't know if that's what you still want to do. If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves about your plan, please do.
Hey, so what was with that door that's like way to the direct east of us? I mean, to the south. What was with that one?
Can you
that was
point to it?
Unstable. That was the unstable area.
Okay.
Where it's like we suspected that if we tried to get through that door, that the whole area would collapse.
Okay. All right. And this one that's further over, I'm going to point to it as well.
That's the one that's barred.
Yeah, that's barred from the other side. Okay. So the only other one is that hallway that we were talking about just to our right.
That was our next step, yeah.
All right, let's go to it.
How do you make the handy finger point thing?
X. Hold down X.
Ah, okay.
And if you click on the map, it'll do a little circle thing that will eventually fade. So you say, I want to go here, or something about that spot. I don't know.
Jason's character on the map, by the way.
He's right. Oh, maybe you're blind? He's right in front of you. He's right in front of Sir Finfall. It's because you're around the corner, man. You can't see him because you can't see him.
Okay, now I see.
Okay. Yeah, I unpaused it so you guys can move around. You do see Sir Finfall with his light source. You can see that there is a door to your east, about 10, 15 feet in front of you. And further down, Jason can see another door to your east as well. Both kind of look the same.
Okay, I'm thinking we need a thief up here to check this door.
Both of the doors look old and not used recently. In fact, they're kind of wet and the wood is just kind of swollen up. The door is probably very difficult to open if you decided to do so, because it's kind of just wedged in between the walls there.
Right, so chances are there's not anybody behind it, but we probably could open it with just some brute strength.
I'm gonna listen at the door anyway.
Okay. Give me a private GM roll, blind GM roll, I think is what we called it. Did you hear any failure or success noises when you did that?
I did not.
Good.
Hey, I'll give it a listen too. Might as well.
Okay, go for it. Again, do the blind GM roll.
If that was blind, I saw it.
It was not blind. Do you know how to do a blind GM roll, Jeff?
I picked private GM roll. I thought.
Blind. Try it again.
Oh, there's a different one for blind. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's so you don't see it. But even the GM roll shouldn't have showed that.
Let me try. So the outcome. Let me try it again on a blind. See if the noise is correct.
Okay. I imagine you heard the noise from that one.
I did hear the noise from that other one.
Okay. Did you hear anything from that?
I did not on that one, and it just shows question marks. So.
Okay, awesome. So neither one of you guys can hear anything other than like the sound of water dripping.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Gotcha. Do the same thing. You find no traps on the door. It seems to be trapless.
Does somebody want to try and open it?
Yeah, I will here as soon as I light myself another torch and I'm able to see.
Just keep in mind, every time you guys do a search, it takes a turn, which is 10 minutes. So I'm taking that away every time. And his torches last 3 turns.
What does it mean? No more uses remain.
You may have set the charges. I think the default for a torch is set to 1 use. So if it's, so the way uses work, you probably want to point it at the torch count themselves instead of a use. I'd have to look at your character. Let me see.
Okay, so I can use the same torch multiple times. Okay.
Yeah, it's set to use. You want a item and inventory use is what you want, and I will set it to torch. All right. So it's set to use 1 torch now.
If the torch is you're wrapping oil rags around the end of it, that's like a charge, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, I probably set it up assuming that I don't remember how it's set up, but it's now pointing at your torch. So every time you use it, it's going to burn. It's going to reduce the quantity of the number of torches. And then when it says next time it says you don't have any torches, you're going to be out of torches. So
I get it.
Which I think you had like 7 or so left.
Yeah, I kind of thought that. Yeah, I was thinking it wrong. That's why I was like, we need to get through this stuff quick. But I think that gives me a little bit more time if I'm actually reusing 1 torch.
Well,
no, not really.
Yeah, you don't reuse a torch. You don't really use a torch. You're using it up. Now, if you had a lamp and some oil, you could certainly do that. Those things last a lot longer. And maybe at some point, you'll have a cleric that can do continual light on something for you too. That would be useful.
Okay. Yeah. Next time I'm buying a lamp. All right. Okay. So I got myself back. So.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and step in front of the door and try to pull it open.
Give it an open. All right. So what I'll need you to do is give me a D20 roll, private GM, blind GM. That's something you'll need to. Just a D20. Yeah. Do it. You'll need to do it in the the chat box down there at the very bottom. Set your roll to blind GM and do /roll 1d20.
There you go.
All right. So you put your shoulder into it and slam it. The door splits in the middle. When it does, a lot of rock and dirt starts falling from the ceiling. But the ceiling doesn't collapse on you yet. But the door is open.
All right, the ceiling in the hallway collapses?
Yes, both sides.
Okay.
No, not collapse, but parts of it, like some large chunks of dirt and rock fall from the ceiling when you do this.
Okay. All right.
I'll move up closer and check it out and see if it's safe or whether it's an area we need to avoid.
All right, give me a D10. You can do it out in the open if you want.
Is this an engineering check or no?
No. This is a gnome check. Gnomes and dwarves have an ability to determine safety of tunnels and stuff. So it doesn't look extremely safe, but compared to the that door that you saw previous session, it doesn't look like it's dangerous unless you go around bashing on doors, kicking down the walls, that kind of stuff. You definitely can tell that it's not 100% stable if you're going to be doing stuff like that.
Okay. I'll let the party know that we need to be careful not to be banging on things while we're around this area.
Okay, weapon drawn, I'm going to go in.
Okay. You move into the room. It looks fairly empty. In the southeast corner, the wall has kind of sort of slid down. It's very wet and muddy. It looks like that corner of the room is just kind of being eroded by the moisture in the room. Very muddy and slick over in that corner. But other than that, it looks empty. There's nothing else in the room.
All right, do we want to check for any kind of secret doors?
Takes a turn for every 10 square feet.
So what's the ceiling of the room look like? I went ahead and walked in there.
You looking at it for stability? Or just
I just
looking?
want to know how high is it? What's the makeup?
Okay. It's supported like most of the rest of the complex. It's lumber. The wood is not new. It's all wet. And kind of like in the hallway outside, it doesn't look extremely stable, but currently it seems to be strong enough to support, the room itself. Although the southeast corner looks extremely suspect.
Okay.
All right, I think we can leave this room and probably go to the other door.
Yep.
All right, same thing. Is this swollen like it was the other one?
Exactly the same.
I'm gonna listen.
Okay.
Me too.
I'll advise the party that it's probably not wise to stand all clustered up next to one another in the event that there's some sort of fall from the ceiling.
Give me a D10, Charles. And Jason, listening at the door, it sounds kind of similar to the sounds you were getting from the other room, although you do hear Sir Finfall's stomach growling.
I hear someone's stomach growling. Okay, I'm gonna check
Sir
for traps.
Finfall. Okay.
Hey, dude, I got some cheese. Do you want it?
No, I got some rations.
Okay.
I probably should take some time to eat. Welcome to reality.
You do not find any traps, sir. Or Jason.
Does somebody want to try and open the door?
Yeah, I can give it a try. Do you think there's any danger from the ceiling like the last one?
I'll get a little closer and take a look and
Okay.
see if I can answer that question.
Throw me a D10. It looks similar to the other one. You would not recommend doing any structural changes in any of the area around here, which includes knocking down a door.
Yeah, so if the door is unlocked, you can go ahead and open it, but I wouldn't go bashing it. I'd either open it or pick it or leave it alone.
All right, so I'm going to
There's-
try the door. I'm just going to try to open it.
Yeah, there's no locking mechanism on it, but it looks exactly like the other door. The wood has just kind of swollen up with all the water, and it just kind of wedged itself in between the walls. You can see like where the frame of the supports around the door are kind of all the same. They're kind of warped and bent into the walls, and the door is kind of wedged. The pieces of the wood in the door are pushed into the frame itself. So the only way to get through would be
to force it open. All right, so
Yeah.
the question to the team is do we think this is going to be the same situation with the other room? Do we want to look? Because I'll open it.
Well, I would probably recommend exhausting other options before we go in here. Odds are this room is just going to be like the one right above it and featureless. So I suspect we go look elsewhere. And if we come to a point where we don't have any place else to explore, we can entertain banging this door down.
All right, let's go south.
There's a branch to the south and a branch to the west.
So one of the things I forgot to mention from the last session that Coop may not be aware of, or Kilger, is the state of the corpses that you guys ran across. You guys might want to explain that.
Yeah, so all the guards that we killed the first time, you were here for that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so all those guards we killed, they were all kind of exploded. Think like Alien, with the chest bursters.
Yeah, I got you.
They were kind of exploded, and there were small snakes that we found. I wouldn't say small snakes; they were large snakes, right? We found some large snakes hanging around, a couple of them. So I don't know if it was snakes that sort of came out of the body. I think one of them actually came out of the mouth of one of the corpses, and they were like, save or die poison kind of snakes. And we killed a couple of them with a sleep spell, and then we ran into a super duper 10-foot tall snake that we had to kill. But yeah, just to let you know, I suspect that the people that we killed turned into something else.
Snakes.
They were being controlled by the snakes inside.
Okay, that makes sense.
Was that what you're looking for, Wilson?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, the passage goes to the west for a little ways and opens up into like a natural cavern, and then there's another passageway that goes off to the south.
Yeah, and you can hear water. I mean, you can see that brown is water. It's like not clear like it was in that one area you were in, but you can hear the sounds of dripping and splashing water off to the west. Sir Finfall can, anyways. And Kilger, since he's up there, he can actually see that further west it turns into sort of a natural cavern, and the water is deeper, and that's definitely where the sound of water flow is coming from. And there is a door to the south.
I'm gonna listen at that door.
All righty, give me a roll, please. You already have. You hear the soft sounds of some vocalization sounds on the other side, like something singing. You can't tell if it's a voice or whatever. It's kind of distant, but you can hear the sounds of something vocalizing on the other side of that door somewhere.
I'm gonna go back here and whisper to Sir Finfall that I definitely hear sounds of somebody on the other side of the door. I'm gonna see if there's any traps.
It sounds like a plan.
You do not find any traps. There is no locking mechanism on the outside of the door.
Oh, so if you want to open it, somebody's gonna have to bust it down.
No, it doesn't look like it's swollen or jammed up like the other two that you guys have.
Well, it
come
might just
through
open.
so far.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you now.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to try and open it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and step forward and open. That way I can be in front if we have any fights starting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and...
Do you hear noise on the other side, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some, like, I don't know, some people or something like chanting or something over there.
All right, you want me to do the bardic inspiration and get you juiced up before you go in?
Are they going to hear that?
Is it bagpipes?
No, it's just a big motivational speech. So.
All right, yeah, why not?
But Mike, does it take 3 rounds, or that's what the text says?
I mean, you guys got plenty of time. You haven't opened the door. You haven't tried to do anything. So.
Okay. Do you want +1 to attack or +1 to save?
+1 to attack would be it.
Okay. So all right. Let me see if I can make this roll happen.
So what you need to do is target all the people you want to put it on, and then that on your combat tab there is that ability inspiration. If you click that top little bar, actually I'll do it for you. So you see that now. If you target people, it should apply an attack modifier to them. There you go.
Sweet.
And they all have an effect now.
How was
All right,
that
you gonna-
government cheese?
Now you start. Hopefully, you're not lactose intolerant.
Either that or I'm dating myself. But of course, I think we all.
Maybe Jason's younger, but I think the rest of us would certainly be old enough. Charles may be too young for that, but I don't remember.
Too young for what?
Government cheese.
Living in a
that's
van by the river,
I
eating
remember
government
government-
cheese.
I remember government cheese, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my grandmother had a lot of it. So.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slowly open the door. I know there's a risk that the fact that I'm holding a torch is going to really open me up, but I'm going to go ahead and slowly open that door.
Okay. I will open the door.
All right, I get out the bow and knock an arrow.
So in the area that you can see, Sir Finval, you see nothing.
Right, I'm going to
The
step
area.
in.
Okay, so let me kind of give you a description before you do. But the area, the floor, and everything kind of looks more natural than the rest. I know the walls look kind of straight and everything in here, but the area itself seems to be more natural than not. There's definitely some work on the walls to kind of make them a little flatter, but most of it is natural. You can't see the ceiling from in here. Just from where you're at right now, it's outside of the range of your torch. Just outside of your vision to the southeast, you can see the shadow of like this tall black thing. You don't know what it is, but it goes from floor to whatever to pitch black.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and step into the room.
Okay. And that thing that I was telling you that was, the floor to whatever was at the ceiling is a pillar, a natural pillar that goes from the floor to outside of the range of your torch, which you assume it goes to the ceiling. But from in here, you guys can also hear that sound that Jason was hearing, sort of a vocalization that's just kind of soothing and sounds nice. Let's try doing an audio thing, see if I can find it. You guys hear that? I can hear it. It's very soft, very gentle, soothing, sounds Nice.
I would like to do a spellcraft check to see if it sounds like magical in nature.
Okay. Give me a roll, please. Does not. There is no indication that it's, magic.
Okay.
Okay, so I can counter the effects of, well, it's songs and poetry used as magical attacks. So, I don't know what that means, but.
So tell me what you would like to do.
If it's like a dryad or something, I can counter that.
Okay. What would you like to try to do?
Well, it doesn't seem to be hurting anybody yet, so I guess I'll just hold that for now.
Okay. And you guys can see more pillars to the southeast, Surf and Fall. Those of you with vision further, that would be everybody else but Surf and Fall. You guys can see that outside of this room to the south, it kind of narrows, and there's this large, not large, it's just kind of the section from then on. It just looks like mud and thick to the south, and it goes somewhere beyond that. You don't know, you can't see the extent of it from where you're at, but you guys can certainly see that there is some thick mud. But the room itself appears to be mostly just a normal sort of cave that's kind of been a little cleared out. The pillars support the ceiling. The elves and such can see that, although Sir Finfall can't.
How high is the ceiling?
It's a good 40, 50 feet up.
Okay.
Can we tell where the music is coming from? Because is it coming from the ceiling or
South.
south?
Yep.
Did you
All
pause?
right.
Did you pause the game on purpose?
I did. I will unpause it. I just wanted to pause it and make sure you guys had a chance to hear what I said before you did anything.
Right, so the only way we can go is south.
Unless you want to go back and try and bust down that sketchy door. But in here,
You can always go back and go through the muddy water to the west too.
Bro.
There's
I mean,
options. You have options.
I can do this song counter and we can go ahead.
I say we press forward south because this is interesting.
I'm going to peek around the corner.
All right. So when you come up to this corner, you can see some kind of structure. It looks like a large collection of branches and limbs and leaves and various other things. When you do the vocalization becomes, when you get to this area, the vocalization becomes much louder, and I need LaForge and Sir Finfall and actually I need Jolliman as well, and actually. So we'll do LaFouche and Sir Finfall first. I need you, both of you guys, to give me save versus spells.
Oh.
And we can get to you, Kilger, once, here in a second. I know what you want to do.
Public roll or what?
Yeah. So LaFouche. LaFouche kind of seems to be enthralled by the sound of whatever's coming from the south. It sounds like, I don't know, maybe to LaFouche, it sounds like his mother calling him. And so he begins to move off in that direction at half his move. So I think your move is 6. So, he would move 30 feet in that direction. Jason, Jolliman, Kilger, actually skip Kilger. Jason and Jolliman, I need you to give me a percentile roll for Jolliman and then one for you, Jason. So it'd be a slash roll space 1d100. And you can do that out in the open. Actually, Kilgore, you can go ahead and do this roll too. Yours is much higher though. All right. Kilgore is close. And then one more for actual Jason. That was for Jolliman.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I had Jolliman's sheet pulled up, but I'm not sure how.
Yeah, it's not going to do. You won't have anything show up as Jolliman unless you click on his thing and roll things. So just go ahead and roll it again. So the first one was for him. The second one's going to be for you.
We all rolled high.
Woo! So not good. So I need Jason and Jolliman both to give me a save versus spells.
All right, I'll start with Jolliman.
Yeah, if you roll it on his sheet, it should say it's Jolliman. So. Wah, wah. All right, Jason. Woohoo! All right. So, Jolliman does the same thing as Lafouche. They both seem to be enthralled by the sound of the voice. It sounds like someone important to them. Like to Jolliman, it probably sounds like, the forest or something. And he starts moving off in that direction. So for him, he's got like a move base of 6. So I will go ahead and he is going to move to here before he gets in the mud. And it's just like, it goes up to his like waist. He starts moving really slow, so he can't move more than 1 a tick. And Lafouche would probably get about here before his move was ended. Now, Kilgore, you were not affected by this at all, so you don't need to make a save, but you had discussed previously doing a counter. Can you explain how that works? I've never used it before, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It's on page 44 of the handbook. It says, I'll just read it to you.
Okay.
Bards are able to counter the effects of songs and poetry used as magical attacks. Characters within 30 feet of the bard are immune to the attack as long as the bard sings a counter song. While doing this, the bard can perform no other action except a slow walk. If he struck or fails a saving throw, the effort is ruined. Success is checked by having the bard make a saving throw versus spell. Success blocks the attack. Failure means the attack has its normal effect. The bard can use this ability once per encounter or battle.
So once you start it, does it stay in effect?
Yeah, as long as I don't attack or do anything else. So
Okay.
as long as I do the chant and nothing else, then it works.
All right. So since you had already discussed doing this, you can definitely see Lafouche and Jolliman are both affected by some sort of song. You feel like that the song is what is affecting them, so you think you can counter it. So go ahead and do whatever checks are necessary to see if it works.
Okay, it says I need a saving throw versus spell, so.
All right, give me a save versus spell.
Okay, I forgot how to do that. Click on the character sheet.
Go to your character sheet and then go to your spell, the saves that are on the right, and just click on the text for spell.
Oh, it's the text, not the box. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. The box looks to change the value. No.
Oh, failed by 1.
That is unfortunate. So I will move that off so we have it for later. So you try to counter the song, and to you it sounds like a screeching sort of, just like some terrible sounding noise. But to those that are affected, it sounds like something they really like. And so Jolliman and Lafouche are going to continue to move. The rest of you guys, Actually, let's see. Jason, you saved. Okay, so the rest of you guys are okay. But you can't see the source of that from where you are at right now. You know that it's coming from somewhere to the south.
So we gotta wade through the mud somehow.
Yeah, if we're gonna break these guys loose, I think so. I'm gonna start moving into the mud towards the source to see if I can find it.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Alrighty, yeah, you guys can only move one around to go through that. It's literally just up to your waist or above, especially elves. It's almost up to your chest. It is super thick and it is very heavy and hard to get through. And let's see, one second. I need to look at something real quick.
I'm gonna stay on the edge with the bow just in case I need to shoot something.
All right. So right now, all you hear is the screeching noise that's coming from the south in Jalaman. And Lafouche continue to move south.
So we can keep moving.
Yep. And Jason, as you get to that point, you can see this just what is a good word for this? Let's see if they got a picture. I think they do. This creepy looking thing. Can I share that? No, I can't share an image. Wow, what is the things that are popping up?
I was just checking the range. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot. I don't know how to share an image. So I guess I need to look.
Can you put it in Discord?
That may be what I end up going for. Yeah, let me check this real quick. No. Where can I see images?
When I've played, if I double click or open the image, there was a link up at the top that said show players.
So how did you open the image?
Clicked on it or double clicked on it?
And if it was in a journal entry?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it and nothing happens.
So when it pops up bigger, did it pop up into a bigger frame?
Image. I clicked image. I gotta browse. Oh, this will work. Now you should see that.
Oh yeah.
Dirty harpy.
Yeah.
Gross.
Coop has guessed it right. This disgusting looking thing. But she peers at you, looking very angry, and leaps off the edge of that. Looks like some kind of scaffolding or a nest. You're not sure what it is. And we need to, let me do this and do that. And
Hey, since I'm standing on the bank and they're all half deep in the mud, can I shoot over their heads?
Absolutely. Yeah, when we get to that. And we are going to begin combat at this point. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Sweet. Sweet. As long as you hear the start for initiative, that's all I want to hear. Yeah, the little dun 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 is when it's your turn. So each of you guys are going to need to roll, and Jason, you're going to need to roll for Jolliman. Hopefully you can see his thing.
Where do we roll for initiative again?
Combat tracker.
I see the combat tracker, but I don't see an option to roll. Oh, never mind. I guess I just clicked on. Okay. Not that I really have control of my character anyway, but.
Not yet, for sure. All right, so it looks like everybody has rolled. It is Sir Finfall's turn, so Sir Finfall can move 1 square forward.
Yeah,
Or,
because I can't see her at this point.
No, you cannot. You can't see anything but the edge of the mud in to the south. So
All right,
go ahead and move yourself forward. Okay. 1 square, and then hand off initiative. And then Jason, you should hear a ding. Did you hear that?
Yes, I definitely heard that.
Sweet. All right. You guys seeing the little image, the animated image around the person too, I hope?
Yeah. Very nice.
Okay. All right.
How
At least
are
that
each
works.
of these- How big are each of these squares?
You mean distance-wise? In reference to what?
Well, because I could jump, but I'm not sure.
You can't jump out of the mud. You
Okay.
can't, the mud itself is what's restricting your movement right now. So
Okay,
if you
I-
want to move forward, that's your entire action. Yeah.
I have
All
my
right, Kilgore.
broadsword out.
Okay. So I'm having trouble targeting the harpy. Just mouse over it and hit T.
You can hit Alt left click on it. Will also target as well. Alt left click.
Yeah, no joy.
I was able to do it. I don't know what to say. But
it worked
mousing
for
over
me.
and press T will work. You maybe check your mode on the left. Make sure you've got the little people and the top left
that's
selected.
It. Sorry, I was measuring. That's my bad.
Yeah. That happens sometimes. We'll get used to it. That is a miss, so you got a second shot. And normally I would have you move it to the end of the round and make your second because it's an attack with the same weapon, but it doesn't matter at this point. So go ahead. That looks like a hit. Yep. Jolliman's already moved, so you can skip him. It is now Miss Harpy's turn. She, if I'm not mistaken, is going to see if I can do this. Nope, that's not what I want. How do you do this? Man, I still to this day can't figure out how to do. She is going to fly to there. How do you do that? How do you do that? That did not work. Oh my lord. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the queuing sort of thing. Nope.
If you just move her token, does it just?
Oh, it will, but I want to know how to do this stuff where it does all this. I mean, she can move to here. I'm not going to have her do that crazy thing. Okay. Yeah, she's trying to move through a wall. It won't let me. All right, so I know how to do it now. Here we go. So you'll move to there, and then swoop to here, and land right next to Kilger. That is her action. And I gotta remember not to escape because that closes the combat trigger. And the Foosh is already moved.
I love that.
Yeah, it was. Everybody liked it back in.
Yeah, it's very Monty Python-ish. I really like it.
I feel like if we move back over there, she's going to fly back to the south. Since we move so slowly through the mud, does somebody else want to go to the south, or do you want me to go down there?
I'll keep moving to the south.
All right, then I'm going to start moving back north.
All right, so is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Wilson, I felt like last time it on the initiative it actually showed like a die to click on to roll, but I'm not seeing it this time. I just see question marks.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not
after
sure
you
why.
roll, I see my number. Everybody else is a question mark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's normal. But he's talking about the thing that he clicks on to roll. I'm guessing. Are you
I
guys
saw
seeing
the,
dice?
I saw the die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a die.
Okay, I might need to F5 it. And I didn't hear the roll for initiative sounds for whatever reason.
All right, Kilgore, what are you doing?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go to the sword instead of the bow if she's gonna stand right there. So. I'm not as good with the sword as with the bow.
Alrighty, she is going to attack with her claws. That is, let's see. Target AC hit by 1. Yep, that's a hit. She's 1 claw. And the next claw. Oof, that's a hit. And lastly, she has a bite.
Dirty harpy.
She's a dirty, stinky harpy. But she rolled bad, so...
She did roll really bad.
Did it do the initiative thing again?
Yeah, it sang the song.
Yes, it did.
Why don't I hear it? I can hear the sounds of the dice rolling and everything. I can't see. All right, I'm gonna F5 this shit.
Alrighty, Mr. Kilgore, it looks like it is your turn.
Wah,
That
wah.
is a miss. She is going to go through the same thing she did last time. We'll do both attacks. Hit and a miss. So the first one hits. And then lastly, her little bite. Which she missed. Sir Finfall.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move one more to the south. I guess that kind of gets me almost out of the mud.
Yeah, your next move after this will allow you to move freely, as long as you don't go back to the mud.
All right, can I change weapons at this point to my longbow?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so
You
I'm going
can't
to
see
change the
anything
longbow
but Jolliman to your southwest.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I can hear the combat going on in the other
Yep.
side of the room. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm going to target that area and just kind of wait.
Okay. And Jolliman goes here. The Force is going to go here. And
Definitely heard it that time.
yeah, that was loud.
Yeah, it was very loud. And I can see the dice now too.
Okay. It might have something to do with like some kind of ad blockers or script blockers or something like that. So you might want to, if you're familiar with that, you can unblock all that just to kind of make sure it doesn't have a problem with.
I finally hit with the sword.
You did, and you did 3 damage. All right, Surf Infall. You're kneeling down, have your longbow out, aiming northward, but see nothing.
Well, there's nothing I can do at this point unless one of the guys scream out, "Come back!"
Correct.
Can I move there? Is that okay?
That is absolutely okay. Miss Harpy is going to do both of her claw attacks, followed by a bite. She got 1 claw. I'm going to go ahead and do all the attacks so it's just easier for me to deal with right now. She only made 1 bite, or 1 claw. Ooh, max on that. Kilgor's not looking very good, guys.
Wilson, the what volume bar would I use for sound effects?
I think it's interface. I think. I'm not sure. I think. All right, Sir Fimple, it's your go.
I don't know, guys. I think she's going to attack anybody that's available, so I'm going to start moving back.
Alrighty. Move yourself 1 into the mud. You still got your longbow out, though.
Yes.
Alright, Jolliman is like, oh, I gotta get around. I gotta go here. And Miss Harpy, seeing her dinner almost before her laid out, she is going to try one more time to kill the elf. That is a hit. She's going to claw again. She missed. And lastly is her bite. The worst. And a 1! She missed. All right, Jason.
Can
Happily, my armor spell wears off when I die. It's good for 10 hit points, and I have 10 hit points.
Can I move up and attack?
No, the movement out of the mud is your full basically action. It's like moving 1 square. You're basically, but you're out of it. You next round you can move your move, or you can do your attack, whatever. You were crawling out of the mud. Kilgore. Oh, that was so close to 20. The Foosh comes up out of the mud. All right, Jolliman is going to move to here. Sir Fimval.
I'm really pissed. I'm going to move forward.
Go for it. All right, Kilgore. No. She is going to... She can't split her attacks. But let's see. Where's my dice? 1 to 3 is going to be Jason. The rest is going to be Kilger. Oh, she changes targets. Doing both of her claw attacks and then her bite. Ooh, 2 claws hit. Ooh, you got hit all 3 times. Claw, claw, and then bite. All right. Jason, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to attack the harpy.
Yo, that's it.
Is that melee range from where he's at?
Jason? He's standing right next to her.
Is he? Oh, it doesn't look like it on my screen. It looks like there's a square in between them.
No, it sounds like you may have something, because yeah, he's right next to her. He is. If you see my little finger, he is right there.
Oh, I have him in the square to the west of that.
Right here? Oh, here?
Yep, that's where he is on my screen, yeah.
Weird. Yeah, you definitely got something that's I would look at your add-ons and see if you got some add-on blockers or some things that are, I don't know, because it shouldn't. He's right next to her. All right. Jason, you done?
Did she not care for that, or?
Care for what?
I stabbed her. I stabbed the crap out of her.
Oh, she's not happy. No, but she's not dead. I mean, definitely hurt her. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention when you did the hit. But you did damage. You hit her for 8 max.
So that's my max damage. So I was hoping.
Yeah. No, it didn't kill her outright. No, she's still there. And you guys have a really high chance of beating her initiative when she rolls a 9. All right, so Finfall, looks like you go first.
All right, I'm going to keep moving forward, but I'm going to start yelling at her. You ugly hag. You come at me.
All right, Jolliman is going to come stand in front of you, Jason, and he's kind of like trying to grapple. He's not really fighting hard. He's just trying to get between you and the harpy. So if you attack her while he's doing that, it is going to cause you some modifiers whenever you attack. So that's what he's doing. The harpy is going to continue to take out her biggest foe, which is right now Jason. Man, she's hitting pretty good. Both claws hit. And did her bite hit? Yes, it did. Let me look at her Thaco. Oh, wow. Yeah, Thaco's pretty high. All right, Jason. She's biting you. No!
Yep,
Jason goes down. Kill her.
Yeah, if I could get the initiative, I could tumble, and then that would, and not do any attacks, but it would make my armor class go down by 4. But of course, I keep rolling 9 for initiative. So.
Did you hear the sound when you died, the Wilhelm?
No, I didn't hear any sound when I died.
Okay, I don't know if I have it set up for PCs. It may just be for NPCs.
I'm dead.
Gilger. Man, you are not rolling very well tonight. Jolliman
Not with the
is
sword.
just seems to be enthralled with the harpy. The harpy, she has no choice but to dispatch her only foe, or attempt to, and that is going to be Kilger. Oh, she missed. Can she miss again? She did. Lastly, the bite. Can she miss? Oh, that's a miss. Whew. Wow. Lafouche, he seems to be enthralled. Sir Finfall.
All right, move forward one more. Continuing to throw insult.
Gotcha. From there, you can see her. So next round, you'll be able to shoot arrows if that's what you want to do.
Yes, perfect.
God, I gotta figure out how to turn the sound effect volume down. It's so freaking loud.
Go to the little sound thing, and then at the top there's a global volume little section. If it's collapsed, just hit the little thing, and it'll show playlist, ambient sound, and interface sound, and you can set the volume on each.
Interface is less than half.
Well, turn them all down until you figure out which one it is. I don't know. I don't know. For me, it doesn't sound loud. All right, Surf and Fall.
All right, can I move and shoot an arrow, or do I just have to choose to shoot an
If
arrow?
you can shoot both arrows from here in the mud, or you can try to move 10 feet ahead or 1 square ahead.
I'm going to shoot the arrows.
Go for it. That's a miss. Shoot your next one. No. Jeez. Both misses.
All right.
Mr. Kilger. Oh, my lord. Jolliman is enthralled. Yeah. She's probably not going to have a dry spell. Nope. Oh, wow. 2 18s. She's going to hit the first one, and we'll see what that does first. Kilger goes down. And she begins to, as Kilger falls, she turns to Lafouche. She looks at him and says, the rest of you guys, well, Jason
Mike,
and Kilger.
Right back. I gotta check on something.
Jason and Kilger would hear this, but she says, "Oh, you look tasty. I've never seen one of you." And she takes a bite out of Lafouche. She doesn't need to roll attack or anything because he is charmed.
I thought you said she couldn't split her attacks, or did?
She's not. She's not now. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, she already attacked, so no, she can't do anything else. All right, Jason. Sir Finfall. But no, Lafouche. Lafouche is now it's Sir Finfall. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to attack again. Arrows.
Go for it. That's a hit. I don't know why the damage is at nothing. Do you not have ammo on your?
I just had to roll the damage, apparently.
No. Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I don't know. All right, hits her. She looks. She like doesn't expect the. She's like completely forgot you were there. She like turned to focus on Lafouche, and you shot her, and it caught her, by surprise, and she looks like she's gasping for breath. Do your second shot, please. And you miss.
Okay.
Well, she is going to... Okay, so she sees her life flash before her. She is not ready to die yet. So she decides it's a better part of valor to get out of here. So she leaps up, flies, but the arrow that Sir Finfall struck her with has damaged one of her wings, and she kind of flies crooked and just collapses right here in the mud. That's her action.
Okay,
And
I'm back.
Kilger's... Oh. Well, he's okay. Lafouche, Sir Finfall, what are you doing?
Okay, can I target her with arrows?
Yeah, she's away. She's distance from me, so yeah. And in fact, she is just kind of stuck in the mud, all sprawled out, not, in the best of state.
Oh, did you shoot her down? That's nice.
I'm giving you a +2 to hit, so since you missed by 1, that would have been a hit because of
perfect.
the way she's positioned right now. On your button where you see damage, does it have a dice in there?
No, it just says damage and open close parens.
Yeah, it should show the dice. So, did you guys hear that sound?
I did hear it.
Okay.
It also
okay.
gave me an error about updating a setting when that happened.
Yeah, I saw that.
Uh-oh.
It went away.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably a permission error. I'll have to look at that. It should only do that for Jim. I'll have to check. Let me note that real quick while I'm thinking about it.
Right, do you need me to take a screenshot of what the damage button shows me?
No. No, I see it here. I just wasn't sure if it was just me or both of us. So I wanted to... I can fix it knowing what it is now. I'm fairly certain I know what it is. Check. Oh. Yeah, all right, I know what the problem was with that. So, all right, it's with that, you guys have dispatched the harpy. She has collapsed to the ground and is no longer moving.
Right, so does that remove the spell from the other guys?
Yeah, Jolliman and Lafouche immediately break. They're just like confused for a few moments about where they're at. Jason and Kilgar are on the ground, both bleeding out. Jolliman and Lafouche have awakened from their enchantments, and everybody can take actions now. I have turned off the pause, so
I'm going to go ahead and move up and see what aid I can provide.
Yeah, same here. Once I put 2 and 2 together and realize that my comrades are down, I'm gonna try and render aid as best I can.
So we got the 0 hit point rule where the death's door thing.
yeah, you'd need to get to -10. I don't have mechanics in the rule set doesn't have mechanics to keep track of that right now, so I'm just kind of eyeballing, hand waving. But since you guys weren't near -10, what's going to happen is Jolliman and Lafouche and Sir Finfall can all bind your wounds to keep you from bleeding more immediately. That's kind of a no skill check sort of thing. To get you back up and walking, it's either going to require some magic or potions or healing skill, but no, or lay on hands if that was available, or a healing skill. But I don't think a healing skill is available, and I think Sir Finfall used his lay on hands already.
Yeah, we would have to do a long rest.
Well, Jalaman can do Cure Light Wound, 1 Cure Light Wounds on each of them.
Yep. So if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it.
It casts automatically.
The cast is just to keep track of it being cast for the day. The heal is what the buttons below that are what you need to push to do what it's supposed to do. You're either going to heal or do damage, so you need to pick one. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I feel better.
Not dead. But there are no more Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah, and my armor spell's gone too.
And these guys are both pretty beat up.
Right, so I would suggest we go back to that room that we found.
You want to check out the harpy nest first, or?
Yeah, I can wade back through the mud and check the harpy.
Yeah, Jalaman could go down there as well.
Yeah, thief could probably do it. Yeah. You could check the harpy body on your way by. I don't imagine she's got anything on her, but
That's what I was gonna go do with Jason.
Alrighty, so Sir Finfall is going to make his way to where the harpy came from, and Jason, I guess, is going to look at the harpy body.
Yep, and Jalaman's gonna move through the mud a little bit too. Just in case something jumps off.
Why is Sir Finfall moving?
Why it moved down that far?
I was moving you manually so you could see it, because you can't see it from there. You said you were going down to where she came from, right?
Oh, I was just going to go to the harpy, but I'll go down where she came from. That's fine.
So the nest that I was talking about is made from timbers. You can see that there are some branches and other things in here, and it looks like sort of like a chicken roost. Some of us that grew up in the boonies might know what that is. Some of you might not, but it looks like that's kind of where she hung out. It's like a almost man-made sort of roost. You can see draped decoratively on the perches are various shiny things.
I want to take a look at the roost, and I want to see if I can figure out, like, who would have constructed something like this. Like, I'm trying to figure out, did the harpy put this together, or did something build this for the harpy?
It definitely looks crude enough for the harpy, and in fact, when you're at that position, you look up, you can see like about 80, 90 feet up, you can see a spot of light. So you suspect if you could get up there, there's probably some point to get out. This little sort of perch thing is not tall enough, so she probably would fly out and come back in with things and put it together, like a bird's nest.
it'd be good for the thief to see if any of those shiny things are worth anything.
I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna walk around it 360 degrees and see if I can figure out the best point it would be to climb up the feature and support the weight of a character.
Okay. While you're doing that, Sir Finfall is making his way around the other direction, and you can see there's some like medallions and necklaces and bracelets and other things that are kind of just strewn on the little perches, just kind of hanging like they were put there as like decoration.
Decoration or trophies.
Maybe they were trophies. Some of them look valuable. And to that end, I will put this to where you can see it right next to you. It's called loot pile, but it's actually all along the nest thing. So if you double click on it with Sir Finfall, you should be able to see things.
Scoop it up.
I'm trying to double click on it.
Maybe I didn't set it to lootable. Oh, I need to do that. Now you can do that.
All right, I see it. So this has that split button. Can I, if I split it, will it split the gold value of all of it to everybody?
It should, if everything's working right. Yeah, it should split it with everyone.
I'm
try
gonna
it?
try. Here we go.
It should pop up and say, "Are you sure?"
Yep, I got that.
And you said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I said yes, and
Nothing
I don't think it
happened.
did anything.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
happened last time. It was like took a long time. Just go ahead and ignore it and leave it there for now, and you can get the other stuff on your own. Grab the stuff that's there. Leave the coins. It should split it. Either that or the coins can't be split because there's not enough.
Well, there's no coins. It's all jewelry, but there's
Oh, well,
there's
yeah,
point
yeah,
values
yeah.
next to it.
And yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. The loot pile, the split only works for the coins. It doesn't work for all the items because those require you to go sell them. You have to sell those to get the money from them.
All right, so I just need to scoop these up then.
Yep. If you drag and drop them on your token now, it should work. You shouldn't have to open up your character sheet, although if your character sheet is open, you can drop them on that too.
You know, this might not be a bad place to camp.
Close the door up and nobody will know you're here.
And there should be enough wood there and a hole in the ceiling. We could make a fire so that the paladin doesn't use all his torches up.
Right, so
Sure.
one of the items in this loot sheet says unknown item.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's something that I didn't give an A. Hold on, where is that? Here.
Bards have a 5% chance per level to do basic identification and stuff. So
Does it have a name now?
Yeah, it does. It says necklace.
There you go. I didn't give it a name.
All right, I got it. I grabbed them all.
you see
Okay.
anything that needs to be identified?
The necklace didn't. Everything else had a gold value next to it, so I think we're okay on that part. But the necklace didn't have any kind of value or anything. It just said necklace.
Character-wise, though.
Well, let me take a look at it and see what
Yeah, sure.
I can figure out.
All right.
So, Mike, the bard ability is not the full-on identify spell. It's
It's legend lore, basically.
yeah,
You have a
Like you
percentage
said,
chance.
yeah, it's 5% per level, and you can't. You know, if you had a sword +1, you wouldn't know that. You probably wouldn't know the +1, but you would know that. You know, some great warrior used it to great effect, or so
Correct.
you would know that it's significant somehow.
Yeah. So if you want to make that roll, do it to a blind GM roll and see if you know any history of that necklace. See if maybe it was owned by some fancy lady that was a queen at some point, or not.
Okay, and so I guess I need to do a roll 1d100.
Yep.
Then
Do a
because I'm second level, I got a 10% chance, right?
Yeah, you just tell me that there. I mean, you can actually, if you want, this may be easier for us to do it in the future. So, on your character sheet, yeah, we're gonna discard that for now. Go to your proficiencies. Go to the skills at the bottom. Click that green plus and create an item. All right, so you got a new skill. I'm gonna edit it so I can see it. And so what we want to do is we want to make a skill that you're going to modify every time you level. So what you want to do is does it have like a base target? number, like 5, I guess, would be the base target.
Yeah, it just said it's 5% per level. So
So we'll say it's just the target is 5. So set that target formula to just the number 5, and then on the class formula section, just put another 5 because you're now second level. You're going to get whatever works for you. Actually, would be better if you want to keep track of it all in the target formula. You know, like say it's 10, and then not add the 5 as you level or whatever. And then the formula is 1d100, and I think the target type is low. Yeah. So do a roll on that and just do it out in the open. We're just testing it to see how it works. Go to your combat tab and see what it shows. See if it looks right. It should give us like a target value and failure and how much you failed by.
okay, the mechanic's there, but I need to do it on a blind GM roll. You know.
Yeah. 1 sec. At or below 10, failed by 49, target 10. Okay, yeah. So that works. Yep. And you can actually, if you want to paste in a description there or type in a description, you can do that. So every time you click on it, it'll show it like it does for the other skills. So, yeah. Mechanically, that works. So I will take your first roll as what we were looking for, but nothing comes to mind of any past history on the necklace.
Jalaman reminds everybody he's got detect magic.
He actually hasn't. He hasn't memorized too. So.
Are there no other exits out from this room?
Not that you can. Well, actually, you can see the little pin light of light way up in the ceiling. But other than where you're at, no, there's no other exits. The door you came in is the only one that you guys have seen.
All right, so this may, like was suggested before, this may be a good place to camp. But we would have to get the wounded guys over here through that mud.
Oh,
they're up now.
Yeah, but we're healed. We're fully mobile.
I'm going to check the harpy's body.
You should be able to double click on her and see if she has anything of value. Yeah, just double click on the harpy, Jason.
Nope. She's broke.
Yeah. She's not one to carry money on herself. She probably threw it all in her little... I forget what they call that. A roost. That's what it was. She hung it all in a roost.
I think we could camp here as long as no more harpies come through the ceiling.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Especially if we tear down some of her structure there and build a campfire. So.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. You guys pull out. Lafouche, actually, you were wanting to do some things to look at seeing if there was a safe path to climb it. That's what you were wanting to do, right?
Yeah, because the thief, we saw some shinies up top, and I'm sure the thief will want to get up there. So I was trying to find the best place for him to do that would sustain his weight.
Well, the entire structure looks sound, believe it or not. I mean, it may be crude, but the harpy seemed to be pretty adept at making this sort of roost / nest thing. So,
in that case,
it's about 30 feet tall, which is not nearly high enough to get you out. Not remotely near enough to get you out, but you can climb 30 feet up and feel fairly safe.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's stuff up there, I'll climb up there and try and get it, or try to climb up and get it.
Yeah. Right. Well, as far as that goes, the thing that I put on the map for Sir Finfall to grab, that was kind of where that all those items were, but RP wise, you guys can certainly say that you've scoured over the roost, collecting all the valuables, and while you guys are making your camp for the evening, you kind of look over them all, and Kilgur is kind of examining the necklace, doing that kind of stuff to see if it's got any kind of history, that sort of stuff. So you can, with Lafouche's instruction, pull out some of the wood and use them to make a campfire. If you guys would like to rest through the evening or 8 hours.
Yeah, that might be good. We'll just set up watch through that time and let the wounded mend a little bit more. And then maybe by that time I'll be able to do some lay on hands and get some more points back to them if they need it.
Okay. So if you guys were at an inn or somewhere completely safe, I would give you a D3 to each of you who rest through 8 hours. This is not that, and I don't think any of you guys have stuff like winter blankets or sleeping stuff. So you're sleeping on this stone floor. It's not very comfortable. So normally you would get, like I say, 1d3 rest if you were able to get a full rest. But as that's not the case, it's not really going to help. Kilgur and Jason and anybody down will get 1 additional hit point for an entire night's rest, and I will add that to you guys.
Spells are refreshed.
Do we want
I will refresh them.
Do we want Jalaman to cast Dispel Magic before we sleep on that necklace, or
Dispel or detect?
Detect. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, do that before the rest. Yeah.
Okay. If you would like to do that, you cast the spell. What is he looking at? He's got a certain amount of time and focus for that. What is he looking at to look for magic?
He's looking at the jewelry, all the jewelry that was recovered.
Okay. The necklace is definitely got some aura of red about it. The other items do not.
I'll ask to take a look at the necklace, and I'll do a spellcraft check on it to see if I can figure out what's going on with it.
Okay. Give me a blind GM roll. I need Jalaman to give me a D6 blind GM roll, please, as well. Okay, so we'll start with Lafouche. You're looking at the necklace, and each of the necklace itself has these little like charms, like every other link, and each one of them looks like it's got some kind of weird sort of shape. And as you're looking at them, you recognize them as runes for different types of. What's the word? I want to say gas, or like not just gas, but one is a symbol for water, one's for air, one's for
elements.
No, but not that, but just not liquid or fire, that kind of stuff. But gas, what you breathe or what you can breathe in, like certain things breathe in different things, and you. That's what each one of them is for. They're all different types of sort of things, like poisonous gas or chlorine gas or just air or water or those type of things. That's what each one of them are. And that's what your spellcraft tells you. What you come out of that with, you can discuss it with your party and maybe they can have some other ideas, but that's what your spellcraft tells you. As far as Jalaman, after he has used the detect magic spell, let's see, where is this? Where is it? He finds he's kind of like he's done with his, you asked him to look at a specific thing and he did, and he's kind of looking around, kind of scanning the area, and he noticed that there's something kind of giving him a glow underneath one of the branches or something you guys weren't paying attention to. And he reaches in and he kind of rustles around and pushes some dirt and leaves away, and he finds this hammer. And I don't know what this is gonna do, so it may spoil it right off, but we'll see what it does. I think it will spoil it, but
I can do a lore check on it.
I didn't spoil it. So he finds a warhammer, and it's in his inventory. It's definitely magic. But other than that, you guys don't know anything. But Kilger, if you want to do the lore check, do a blind GM roll on the skill thing we sorted out earlier. You do not recognize it as anything from any of your historical references.
I got nothing, man.
I can do a spellcraft check on it.
Okay.
You want me to do the same thing?
Yep, blind GM roll, please. And Sir Finfall's torch is definitely going to burn out during all this time, but he's going to be around a fire. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Let's see. Wow. Nafoosh is pretty good at this. Let's see. So the hammer itself, during your during your training to become the grand illusionist that you are, one of the more boring subjects was enchantments. And you can see that all along the edges of the hammer, the head of it, are these markings that indicate that somebody spent a lot of time and effort into making this hammer magic, giving it additional effects. In this case, it's a simple sort of early introductory, or what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. But elementary enchantment is something that you're very well versed in, and I am going to go ahead and mark that as an identified thing. It's in Jalima's backpack. It's, from your experience, it would be, something that, and there's not really a in-game way to say it other than it's a magical warhammer. But outside of a game, it's a +1 hammer.
Yep. So I'll gather the party around and I'll show them what I found. The runes and the markings, and I'll try and talk at their level. I won't get into all the details that I learned in my training, but I'll just say, hey, look at this. This warhammer is actually stronger than a normal warhammer, and we should use this in combat. Not me, obviously. I'm not a warhammer kind of guy, but maybe somebody else is.
Yeah, is anybody trained to use it?
I'm not proficient.
I guess we don't have our priest here tonight, do we?
No, Rob should be back next time. Well, maybe not next time, but the time after time. And I'll get into the schedules after we're done. But yeah, Rob will be back at some point.
guess we just save it for the priest.
And I will go up to Joloman with the necklace, and I'll show him what I found on the necklace as far as the representations of the different gases or whatever, and I'll ask him if he suspects that it is some sort of protection or protective against this sort of thing. See if the necklace has protective qualities.
Jolman doesn't have any kind of spellcraft, so unfortunately, he's not going to be able to give you any additional information on that.
Okay.
Unless it was like a religious symbol or something like that, maybe. But
And it's not. Yeah, it's not.
So Wilson, if I want to do the cast the armor spell on myself, how does that work? Like, how did we work that before, where you could cast, because the armor spell was good for like 24 hours or something like that?
It's actually stays on until you take enough damage to dispel it. So it lasts a long time.
Okay.
So
But
I
would actually
issued
need to memorize it, right?
Yes, you would. I issued a long rest for everyone. That should have reset your spells. We're going to assume you're going to make it through the night. Maybe I shouldn't have done that before. The Foosh had set his spells that he was ready to use, but everybody else's spells should be reset to what they were before.
Can I change out the charm person to the armor spell and then go ahead and cast that and give myself the buff?
Yes.
I'm going to throw Cure Light Wounds on Jason and Kilger.
Okay. You guys go ahead and mark that you are down some food and water. Flask of water and a day's worth of food. I see you guys. This is a little mouse moving all over the place, and I'm trying to figure out what you're doing in my head.
And knock down the number of dry rations I was carrying.
Yeah.
Not ready to break out the cheese just yet.
Yeah, you start eating.
You said we need to subtract water and rations, right?
Yep. A flask of water and day's worth of rations. So Jala should be down. Where is he? Yep, he's down 2 cure lights. He has 1 left. Sir Finfall is back up. He has his lay on hands. Everybody's spells are refreshed.
And how do I untarget myself?
Press T again, or Alt left click.
Okay.
Yeah, Alt left click should work for targeting. If you see T is not working, you need to click on yourself, and then it probably will. But the T should work on anything you mouse over. But if you click on something and you're not it's the mouse over is a little strange sometimes.
Got it.
All right. So who's hurting hit point wise the most?
I think everybody's full now.
Yeah, we're all good to go.
Okay. All right. Then I'll hold on to that lay on hands.
So we need to go check out. We need to go back out of this room and check to the west, I guess, that dirt area there.
It's actually just brown water, not dirt, but yeah.
Right, so I'm going to light another torch.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Whoops. Hey, Mike, I had the harpy targeted, so did the light effects on the harpy.
Okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about her. She can burn. You lit her on fire. I would just recommend making sure you fix the quantity base, for that. While I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of movement. Don't move too far west. So you guys make it to the hallway that leads into the watery area to the west. The area to the west from where you're at, the initial sort of this area right here. That brown is just kind of watery. You can see waters run over it. But once you get to this point, you can see that the water gets deeper. You're not sure how deep because it's muddy, murky water. But it's definitely deeper. It's not just like running across the floor at that point.
You know, that amulet could be water breathing.
Necklace.
Do you want to test it?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just scope out what's up there first.
All right, I'm going to start very carefully moving into the water. I don't want to get too deep.
Well, like I said, you can see the floor, in the area that's brown, but beyond that, you can't see the bottom. So you're not sure how deep it is.
Okay, so what is this I see in front of us?
Water. Oh, yeah, that's right. You couldn't see it from back where you were at. But yeah, that area is what I was describing earlier.
Okay.
It becomes...
All right.
Yeah.
We just don't know how deep.
Correct.
Is the water moving at all, or is it still?
Yes. No, it's just kind of sloshing around like some movement of... Something's causing the water to kind of move around a little bit, but you're not sure if it's current or things underneath it, or there's no specific direction. It's kind of wavy.
Can you guys see any further into there?
Yeah, if you go, it goes to the southwest, about 10 foot wide, and then it opens up into a much bigger space. So it goes about 30 feet, 10 foot wide, and then it opens up to a much bigger space, at least 40, 50 feet maybe across.
The only problem we have is if we try to step into this, we could, or at least I could, sink to the bottom.
I have rope.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any armor, but I don't have swimming.
I can swim.
Okay, I would say bring the mystery amulet if you're gonna swim.
I'm gonna tie a rope around me.
Okay.
Okay, we'll hold the other end.
Galaman has rope. All right, after I got the rope around me, then I'm gonna go check it out. I do have swimming, so.
Okay. You step off into the water, and it's only about 2 feet deep.
Okay, I'll give a thumbs up and move down.
So it's
No
probably up to
swimming
like your
required.
a little bit above your knees. It gets a little deeper as you continue to move south. Not much, but you can definitely see that you've got a larger area to the south and west that you haven't explored. But
Yeah, it looks pretty big. Better watch out for the gnome. It gets too
the
deep.
gnome, 2 feet deep, is pretty deep for the gnome. It's like chest deep for him.
If it gets too deep, I'll give him a ride.
You're going to have to give him a ride fairly quickly. The further you guys go south and west, and Jason, that's a wall that you're on, and the only reason you can move there is because I wanted you to be able to see the wall. So you need to be there. That gray stuff is like straight up sheer walls. Unless you want to try to climb walls, which you're welcome to do, but that's not like a walkway.
No, I just thought it might be a little shallower right next to the wall, but probably not.
Yeah.
Is there
Jason,
anything
give
to climb
me
up to, or
a.
if we climb,
Just-
are we just gonna move? There's nothing to climb up to, right?
It's like sheer like cave wall. I mean, you could certainly, and both of you guys have probably climb walls, Kilger and Jason, but the rest of them would not be able to climb walls. I mean, it's not. I don't expect it's terribly difficult for those that have climb walls, but the guys that don't, it would be very difficult.
Right, but the
It's
only
not-
advantage to climbing the wall is so that you're not wet. You can't climb up to anything. That's what
No,
it means.
there's nothing there. No. You don't see like a ledge to walk across. No. Jason, I need you to give me a D6 blind DM check, please.
I actually heard that dice roll.
You should. Unfortunately, it's not good enough. Let me do this. And this. And this. This massive, I say massive, this large mouth opens up and takes a snap at the legs of Jason. He is completely unaware of the thing until after it makes its attack. So I'm going to do that first. And then you guys can make your roll your dice. One sec. And then I will make him visible too. That missed. All right. So the crocodile makes a surprise attack at Jason, misses him, but the rest of you guys see it that have line of sight, which I think is everybody. And you can go ahead and roll your initiative. Actually, begin combat. Now you can.
I'm actually not seeing myself in the combat tracker.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
I don't see the bad guys in the combat tracker.
You shouldn't. You can't. If I roll for you, Sir Finfall, you should see yourself now. Do you see yourself now?
No, I don't.
Are you blind? That is weird.
Oh, I don't see myself in the tracker either. Come to think
That
of it.
is weird. Well, you guys rolled initiative, so I'm gonna pretend that you can see yourselves for now. But right now, the only person who can see this is Jason, Kilger. Sir Finfall can't because he's too far. None of the rest of you guys can see this, so it's basically Jason and Kilger anyways. So it looks like Jason has a 3, so go for it. Oh, actually, hold on. Nope. Why is this marked? There we go. Now you can see Jason.
Actually, I can see myself now in the combat tracker.
I'm guessing
That's weird.
I can't do my tumbling trick in this deep
In water, no. In fact, your move is reduced by a fourth right now.
So I will attack it with my broadsword.
Go for it. That is a miss, sir. So that's weird. If the monster is invisible, you guys can't see yourself. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Kilger.
So how far can I move?
A quarter of your move base. So if you have a 12, what is that divided by 4?
3.
So you can move
These
through.
are 5-foot squares, so 6 squares, right? I'm gonna try to get to the south where I can get a bow shot on it.
Okay. You wouldn't be able to do it, move, and have a shot, but you can move and position yourself for the next round.
Yeah, that's the idea. All right, that should be 6 right there.
Okay. Mr. Crocodile is going to make his attack this round. And he misses. Lafouche, you can't see anything, but you can hear some distress coming from your party members to the southwest.
So I will wade into the water, and I will go as close as I can to them without the water going over waist deep. So you tell me where that is, and that's where I stop.
About north of Surfin Fall. And that's probably as far as you can move anyways, with the reduction in move, because it's like a quarter. So
okay.
It's definitely starts getting deep there, and Sir Finfall had said something about carrying you anyways. So Jalaman, what is he going to do?
Jalaman is going to move up into the water. That's 5, so I don't think I can get any farther with these guys in the way.
Okay. What is Sir Finfall doing?
Finfall's going to head towards the damn fight.
Southwest somewhere, that's all you know.
All right.
And
So
your move base is 12, so that's what did we say that was? 3 or 4?
6 squares.
So how
that is not 6 squares at a quarter. That is not 6 squares at a quarter. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Because they're 5-foot squares. Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
you're right. Yeah.
All right. So what does a 12 mean? I mean, a move base of 12.
It's 120 feet.
Oh. Okay.
So what you can do, and this is what I was trying to do earlier, is if you hold control. Actually, you start moving your dude. Let's see. Hold the control button. Click. Click, and then hit spacebar. It'll move you where you want to go. So, why? Oh, we don't want that. So I'm gonna put you back where you were. So if you hold the control button and kind of plot out where you want to go, like if you move it to like the southwest and then click left, or left click the ground and then click another spot, it'll, as you do that, it'll tell you how far you go. So I think what we're saying is you can move 30 feet in the water. Is that what we're saying, Jeff?
Yes, that's right.
So, and if you do that, now keep in mind, you can't move past what you can see either. So you probably can only move, let's see, about 15 feet. And anything out of 15 feet you can't see it anyway. So you can only move 15 feet.
All right. So let me see if I can get that to work. Hold on.
Yeah, if you hold the control and then just kind of drag and click to something, and it's a little weird to get used to, but I figured it out. There you go. Left click it there. And then you can left click it somewhere else. And you can see in the brackets, it's telling you how far it's going to be. And then when you're done, you hit spacebar and it'll move it. There you go.
All right, a lot easier on a Windows system.
Yep. So now you can see Jason, you can see Kilger, and you can see the crocodile At least the crocodile's head.
Okay, so I can't take any action at this point.
From here, no.
All right, I definitely love the audio cue.
Yeah, you can't miss it anymore.
I like it better now that I was able to turn it down.
Alrighty, Kilgore. Looks like you're going first.
Is there any attack modifiers?
Since you can only see his head, you have a -2 on the cover. So, yeah. If you're shooting a bow.
Shoot both arrows now or hold the second?
Yeah, go ahead and do them right now. I may change. I will change that later, but right now I'm just kind of wanting to speed things up. Okay.
All right, Kilgore, it's time to retire those dice, dude.
I'm gonna have to change it.
Jason.
Oh.
And Jala. Or let him move it to Jala, please.
So how far can we go? Just 3 squares?
30 feet. Use the click drag thing that we talked about with surf and thaw, and that'll help you determine distance you want to go.
That's as far as he's going to go right now anyway.
Okay. Next is Mr. Crocodile, who is going to continue to try to eat the face of Jason. Or at least the kneecaps. Oh, he missed. Out of the water explodes a crocodile next to Kilgore. And he also looks like he's going to attack, and I'll do it when it's his turn at the end of the round. Lafouche. From where you're at, it's deep. You are like at, getting to your chest level. Deep.
Yep. I will continue. I will let the party know that I can't proceed any further due to size restrictions, and I will monitor the water around the party for additional movement and try and alert them if I see potential like additional crocodiles approaching them.
Okay. Surf and fall.
All right, I'm going to move up to this top crocodile and try to attack.
So if you move just 1 square, you will get your attack. If you move 2, you will not get an attack, but you will be right next to it.
All right, so can I attack something that's diagonally across?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I could move the 1 square and attack.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I suck.
No.
It's not you, man. It's just the dice.
Why does that mark them invisible? Now you can see the crocodile. I'm sorry, Kilgore, you couldn't see it, but now you can. He is going to
came
attempt
out
to,
of the water,
Yeah, he's going to attempt to bite you. Is he going to make it? No, they have terrible dice rolls.
Because that's what crocodiles do.
Yeah.
Mike, just to let you know, when I missed that attack, the damage button actually had the roll in the parens.
It should for your melee weapon. The difference between melee and range is range can have ammo, and I try to insert the ammo damage, and I think there's some issue with the ammo showing damage properly. So I just need to look and find out what that is.
All right.
All right, looks like Kilgore is first.
All right. going back to the sword? Because I don't think we do point blank missile weapons, right?
No. I mean, if there is a rule that allows it, let me know. I don't think there is, but
There's something in there, but I haven't read it enough to understand. So
yeah, it's not something that comes up a lot. But that is a miss. Lafouche.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
All right. Mr. Crocodile that is on Kilger is going to attempt to bite again. Oh, he missed. Crocodile number 2 is going to change to... No, he's going to stay on the other guy because for whatever reason he likes leather. Red, yellow, leather. Red, leather, yellow, leather. Oh, that's all it took.
Ouch.
To roll a natural 20. All right, he is going to bite you for 3. Wow, 3 damage. All right, Sir Finfall,
All right, I'm going to attack again.
go for it. Oh, miss.
Need to burn that dice.
So next is Jolliman. What do you want Jolliman to do?
Yeah, I can't move to the north of Jason, so I'll be able to move but not attack.
So you are not Druid proficient. So what Jolliman wanted to do is do this, and he starts speaking to him in a language you don't understand, and we'll deal with the repercussions of that next round.
Okay.
All right, Jason. No, that's a hit.
Oh, womp womp.
2 damage. All right, remember that number because that'll matter. All right, roll initiative.
I really like that audio cue.
We all did. It came from some they've got a whole bunch of different sounds, but and they were included in Sirenscape. But it's like they have a whole bunch of sort of radio theme sort of fantasy things, but I think that one fits the best.
But I also mean just having an audio cue. That's gets
Yeah.
people to actually push the button.
Yeah. All right, Lafouche.
I'll do
Lafouche
the
is stuck
same
in the
thing.
water. Sorry, man. You've had a sticky night. All right, Sir Finfall, what are you doing? You can see Jolliman is speaking to this crocodile in a language that you do not understand. It sounds weird. You know, I mean, I guess what you can imagine is it's what is that? What did they call that in Harry Potter? Parcel tongue or whatever it was?
Tongue? Yeah.
It kind of sounds, you know, I mean, imagine in your head that's kind of what he's doing. And he
Okay,
seems to be
so-
kind of holding both of his hands up, saying something like in a soothing voice sort of thing.
All right, so I'm going to trust that he and the others have this under control. I'm going to go help Kilger.
Okay. You can move 1 south and still get your attack. If that's what you're wanting to do. Oh, missed by 1.
Jeez.
All right. All right. So what needs to happen is this said creature is going to get a save, and it's going to be save versus spells. It's going to be at +2 because he got hit for 2 damage. And if he doesn't save, he is going to be soothed. If he does save, he didn't. He did not save, so he kind of seems to be confused and is kind of slowly just kind of turning around like he's going to be swimming away from Jason.
Can I attack him as he swims away?
If you think that's the best idea, sure.
I don't like the way you said that.
Yeah, you're gonna. He's soothed. So yeah, if you stick him in the ass, he's probably gonna be unsoothed.
All right, then I'm going to move down and engage the other crocodile who's not soothed.
Gotcha. Sounds like a good idea. So you can move 30 feet. There you go. This guy is going to disappear. Oh, not die. Disappear into the water. This other one, though, is surrounded by bad guys, is going to... we have, what, 3 people around him. He's going to roll a d6 and see who he attacks. 1 to 2 is Finfall. Yeah, you guys will figure it out. Oh, it's Finfall. It figures. All right. And he missed, but he also has a tail attack that he's going to slap Jason with. Or try to. Man, these guys have not hit a damn thing tonight. Oh, my Lord. All right. Kill her.
So they can split attacks? Is that like a special
Yes.
ability?
In this case, yeah. He has a tail attack, which basically means he can make side attacks, peripheral attacks.
Gotcha.
Trolls can do kind of the same thing, but they're special.
Ha,
Oh, look at
new
that.
die.
Kilgore
New
changes
die.
die and he gets a hit. Look at that. It should detect whether he's large. And it did. Awesome. Code words.
Sweet.
9 damage. Awesome.
I
That's
had
a
to
good
go
hit.
to the bag and get the other dice. Got it fixed.
There you go.
Well done.
The one thing I'm not a big fan about the initiative sounds is like if you roll at the beginning, it does the roll for initiative audio, and then if you roll and it changes you to the first person, I get a ding, and you probably get a ding too, like it's your turn. But if somebody else rolls and then they get first initiative again, then it dings again. So it's kind of, I wish I could change that, but we'll see. All right, so not the guy.
Yeah, I don't see
Jason.
Jason in the combat tracker. Is it my turn?
It is. That is weird. You have... Oh, do you see it now?
I don't see him in there either.
No, I don't see it at all.
What is up with that? So if anybody is marked... So now do you see it?
Yeah, it popped up.
Yep, I'm back.
Okay, now is it gone?
No,
Yes,
gone.
it's gone.
Wow, I know exactly what's causing it. I just need to remove this guy from combat. I need to figure out why it does that. That is weird. All right, you should be able to see yourself. Oh, wow, you smacked that guy too?
Yep.
What do you want Jolliman to do?
Can Jolliman step forward and stab him with a spear?
If you want him to, certainly.
Oh, I missed.
Right, I'm gonna attack.
Okay. Man, you need to change your dice too.
I know. Crap.
Change your dice. Crocodile has got 4 people in front of him now, so... And we're going to attack Jason. He seems to be in a frenzy at this point. That's got to be a hit. Oh, that's a hit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, 7 damage. And he is going to tail swipe Jolliman because he's on his backside.
Oh, dear.
That broke your armor too, didn't it? It did. I don't think it actually showed on the right person. 1 second.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I showed as your leather armor is now busted. Tail swipe. Let me do that real quick. Is that gonna hit? Nope. Kilgrim. No, you killed Mr. Crocodile.
Oh, good.
Poked him with the sword.
And it seems that we don't need to roll for initiative. You can ignore that for now. And we'll do this, and we'll do this. Jason, your armor, your leather armor is in shreds. It is. Did you get a pop-up that said that your armor was no longer functional?
A pop-up. I wasn't able to read it, but I did notice immediately that my armor class went from 4 to 6.
Okay. It should. So whenever I made the attack, it showed on my side, and I think it's showing on the wrong side. I've noted it, and I'll look at it. But that's because we use armor damage points. So if you go to your character sheet and look at your gear and edit the equipment that you have, like the armor, like in the case of Jason, if you edit your armor, you'll have like a DP max and a DP current. If that DP current reaches 0, your armor is gone. If you repair it before then, you're good. So like if you guys go back to town, or if you have leatherworking or smithing or whatever type of armor you have, you can repair it on your own. If you have the right equipment to do so. So if we don't like that, we can. But for now, yeah, you're effectively not wearing any armor.
Well, I'll just drop it. How about that?
You can. Yeah, that's what you want to do. But you guys kind of turn around. You see LaFerche just kind of hands on hips, not looking very happy being stuck in the water back there.
Yeah, Jolliman's got 1 Cure Light Wounds. He's going to put it on Jason.
Okay. He can't really cast, on the water here. It's kind of deep. If you guys want to back up to where LaFerche is, you can certainly do so.
We'll also go back there.
Okay.
Could you guys see any outlet over there from the water, or is it just a closed body of water down there?
When Jason was there and Jolliman was there, to the south, to the west and south, it looked like there was an opening. You guys aren't there at that right now, but when you guys were over there, the elves could see there was some kind of opening there around this area over here.
Okay.
Mike, to the north, is that a ledge or is it just more sheer rock?
It was actually something that you could move to and rest on if you wanted to risk the crocodile water and move up to there and get on that sort of shelf that's above the water.
Okay, so it's just a little ledge, but still in the cave. Yeah.
Yep. So is Sir Finfall and the Killer going to move back, or are you guys going to stay there, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll come back with everybody else.
Yeah, we'll move back with them.
Okay. I will move you guys up here for now. And what I'd like to do is you've went ahead and cast the spell. Let's go ahead and call that for the night.